channel. This is Sugar with Sugarmoon. How you guys all doing? I hope that you guys are all having a beautiful day, night, wherever you guys may be in the world, and I hope that you guys are taking care of your energy as such. Right now, currently, I'm about to do a general reading for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energy within us, as well as for the Twin Flame journey, and this will also apply for starseeds or any light workers that will be coming across this. And what I mean by starseeds, I mean older souls, those that are here and from different galaxy systems, different solar systems, you know, different dimensions, in order to come in here in order to help us you know, advance and help to co-create and help to co-consciously raise the vibration of the planet together. Right now we are in the 5D. There's still people currently still in the 3D, but there's people also in between. Everybody's at different stages on this journey, so we have to keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take what applies and throw the rest. When I say divine masculine, divine feminine energy, I'm just referring to energy that is within us. I am not referring to gender, but however, if I do feel like a specific gender that does come out, I will point that out, etc. Okay, if you're hearing that right now, there's a lot of outside thing going on. So yeah, and when I call it some astrology signs, it doesn't have to be overall within your chart. It's just overall the energy that I'm feeling. Okay, so yeah, so if you guys haven't seen my previous videos as such, I just posted a makeup video and a get ready with me, so it kind of showed how I, you know, get ready and kind of did this face right here. So it was like a little fun speed like makeup get ready with me thing. So if you're interested in that and how I did this and the products that I use, etc., go ahead and head there. It's a lot of drugstore products. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm talking about, but anywho. And also, any previous, of course, readings or videos, astrology videos, etc., will be within the box below, as well as the playlist within my channel. Okay, recently, if you guys have seen my 18 plus reading, which was the most recent one, I did add a little bit more within my sex deck. I was guided to do so, as well as adding more a little bit into the love deck section. So it is growing, and it's really nice. I really like making my own decks. It's fun, and I feel like I get a little bit more information out of it usually than how I would normally. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the Lenormand once again by Cairo Machete, just to get the overall feeling of what is going on for the day. Tomorrow is gonna, no, tonight, remember to charge any crystals or moon water, etc., or do some of your rituals tonight to help prepare for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the full moon in Sagittarius, as well as the strawberry moon. So again, that will tie into the last reading that I just did recently. And yeah, so if you feel guided to, go ahead and head on there. There's a lot of information, astrology information, as well as spirit animals, etc., within part 1, as well as like music that Spirit was recommending as far as to meditate on, like third eye music, as well as throat chakra music. Okay, so if you guys feel interested or guided to, go ahead and head on over. So again, this will be just for the overall general energy that I'm feeling right now. I'm not pinpointing specifically. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, I'm seeing a repeater from yesterday, not yesterday, it was the other day. I don't know why I'm thinking I did it yesterday. Okay, so the first one that catch my eye is number 16, which is the star card. And I was talking about the star and how that's emphasis of the North Star, and how that represents you, Divine Feminine, and Divine Masculine, representing the both stars that lead each other home. Okay, because you guys are home to one another in a way, in essence. So when I say that you guys are coming home to a certain set counterpart, you're actually coming home to yourself. This also is tied to exactly what I was talking about with the starseed. Your starseed family, your starseed origins are starting to make themselves really known right now, especially if you're doing past life regression work. Yeah, especially past life regression work is what I'm feeling right now. Also, the stars have to do with the star alignments. When the stars are just aligned just right, that's when a lot of this divine connections, divine unions are happening. So the stars have to be, and also the astrological events as well, because we have to take that to account. It also has a huge effect when it comes to these unions, etc. So the second one that come out right here is the cross, and this right here actually represents like my union card in a weird way, as well as the ring being right next to it. So this also for me hints at that there's a marriage or some sort, like, you know, when you go to the courthouse and actually get legally married, but I'm also seeing that possibly there is a spiritual awakening process going on right now. So I feel like divine masculines especially are going through their awakening process, as well as the divine feminine, okay? For me, this cross right here, since it's kind of like the Christianity cross, I see it as more of the masculine energy. When I see the Ankh energy, which is basically ancient Kemet, I'm talking to you starseeds who have ancient Kemet ties to that. But, you know, when they have like the actual circular part out there, which was the original cross, which symbolizes the divine feminine womb, basically the energy within. So I'm seeing that right here. This really stands out for me for the divine masculine collective right now at this current point in time. But it also can apply to divine feminines as well, because right here 36 also reduces to a 9, and that is also a feminine number. Okay, so a lot of dark night of the soul, spiritual awakening process going on right now, especially for the Starseed collective is what I'm feeling for. And then the ring came out last time, and also 7 is a significant number, as well as a spiritual awakening number, as well as the 7 chakras being aligned at this current point in time, as well as DNA activations and codes being sent to you from ascended masters as such. But this also represents my union card, as well as, like I said, an heirloom or something that's passed down, or it can represent engagement or commitment, like commitment to oneself or making a commitment to change, etc. Or it also can represent the circle of life, you know, being that everything is connected. And if you guys were on my Instagram, I did have a circular rainbow ring that showed up, and I did take a picture. It's on my Instagram page. If you guys are not interested, there's a link below in the box. But this is kind of like what they're showing me right now, how that symbolizes the promise of commitment, the promise of union in a way. So I feel like ascended masters, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, whoever it may be, are coming into the mix right now. To let you know that they are working on your behalf behind the scenes, okay? And why I say that is because the 28, which is so funny, this is the masculine energy, because I'm also getting Aries, because mind you, I did note that this is also Aries and Scorpio vibe to me. But this is Mars, right? So Mars is in Pisces right now, and they're kind of underwater, being submerged in water, getting more in tune with their emotions. And also Spirit said that when Mars is going into Pisces, it also means that they're diving way deep into the depths that normally we don't really want to go and explore, but it's also necessary and needed in order to integrate your shadow self, right? And coming to terms with your shadow self. So they're kind of going through that hermit phase, that cave phase, where they're showing me Aquaman. So if you guys have seen you know, Aquaman or the movie, especially Jason Momoa, really hot dude, oh my goodness. But besides the point, there was a certain point in the movie, if you guys, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen the movie, the spoilers or whatever, just tune out, don't listen. But I'm just saying, people who have seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. But he went down and, you know, was with the Kraken. It was like this really huge ass, like squid or octopus or whatever, and he had to go and retrieve the Triton down below. So in order to, like, pretty much have the knowledge or a key kind of passed down from generations. So he's kind of like a divine masculine ascended master would be like Poseidon or something, you know, right? So they're kind of going in, or the trident, and getting the trident and the key in order to move forward. So I don't know why they're mentioning the key right now. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we also have the Sun card, so emphasis on the divine masculine energy going through this spiritual awakening process as well. And possibly they do want to give you a gift, because this gives me like this Ace of Pentacles vibe, like wanting to commit in a way. A full long-term commitment is what Spirit is saying. But right now, they're going through that awakening phase, that process. And right now, he's wearing red, so he's finding stability, grounding these energies in, also possibly manifesting new things into his life, etc. So also there could be an age gap as well, like if you divine masculine is like older than you divine feminine, etc. So there could be a large age gap is what I'm feeling. Wow, it seems like there's like a no, what do you want me to use? Whispers of Love or Healing Oracle? I'm sorry if you're hearing that. Like, there's a lot of noises that are within my neighborhood, and hopefully I can move somewhere. I don't know why. Oh, movement. Is someone moving? Anywho, as I was saying, moving. Like, I just feel like... Also, we just got new neighbors too, now that I think about it. Anywho, as I was saying, I hope that I'm able to move somewhere where it's a lot quieter and there's not a lot of disturbances, etc. Because that's like a dream of mine, is to live like somewhere out alone in the countryside, in a cabin in the woods. And people like always think that I'm really creepy when I say that, because they're like, why? Like, how would you protect yourself? I don't care about that type of stuff. Like, for me, I know how to protect myself. I'm great. But the thing is like, I don't know, I just, that's kind of like my masculine energy in a way. It's so weird, but like, I don't mind like living out in a cabin in the woods far away from civilization and just kind of living the old-fashioned way. Like, in fact, that's like my ultimate dream. I don't know why Spirit is guiding me to talk about that. That is so weird. That's so weird. Oh, okay. And then I'll do one more. Okay, well, I guess I'll do more than usual. Anywho, there could be someone moving or making movement, forward movement, etc. But it could be actually someone who is physically moving. Because they're showing me a U-Haul truck right now, or like a movement truck. I don't know why. Anywho, as I was saying, let's see. Slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. I love this. And this is number 9. So this is for, especially for the Divine Feminine. And you see the 2 candles back there burning. That's definitely for the twin flames as well. And then the fish, you see that? This is the Pisces energy that's coming in right now. And I see that both the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine energy is kind of undergoing that process right now as well. And you guys are connecting during the dream state. So you see this bridge in the back right here. You guys are connecting up the rainbow bridge, kind of like in that 4D realm, as well as dreams and visions and telepathic communication, etc. So you guys are also closing out karmic cycles as well. So the need to slow down and just take your time and go into turtle spirit mode. Spirit is saying that will help benefit and, you know, maximize whatever outcome, etc. Because instead of rushing into things and rushing the process, you don't want that to happen, especially like around astrological events. Like, since full moon in Sagittarius is all fiery, it's going to prompt you to make you want to like go into that Knight of Wands mode, to make you want to take action. But sometimes we have to use discernment before you like rush right in, okay, typically. And that's, so I don't, yeah, okay. Also, it ties into temperance. So if you guys know the tarot card temperance, that's also Sagittarius energy, which is what? Slowing down and patience. That's all about patience. And Divine Feminine, the biggest lesson that we have to learn in this lifetime is patience within this journey, okay? But you guys are connected. You see that? You guys are dancing. But I see that you guys are kind of conquering this maze, illusion-like maze situation going on. So allow things to unfold, right? Let things go with the flow. Just release and let go of the control, okay? And that's something that Pluto retrograde can definitely teach us, that's for sure. It's releasing the control factor. Number 6. Ooh, I like that we have 6 and 9, because this is like masculine and feminine. Being willing to express love to receive. Yes, yes. Express love to receive love. So this is the masculine energy right now. Look at that. That is so beautiful. And also they're connecting with feathers. A lot of bird energy that I'm seeing right now. So they're definitely heavily connecting with their ancestors and Starseed family and spirit guides and the Creator, the Most High. Does not matter. Angels. Yeah, so they're definitely also, they are learning to listen, because right here, this is that conch shell, and I did mention of conch shells within like a while ago, previous videos about the importance of listening rather than to just respond or to talk or whatever. It's important to also listen and intake, a balance, give and take of sharing and also listening. Does that make sense? So right now they're learning on listening rather than, you know what I mean? So they're also connecting with, again, you see that ocean in the back, that lot of water energy. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy that I'm feeling right now. Okay, and also the conch shell represents that if you are willing to listen to the ocean is willing to listen and talk back with you. So I don't know why they're telling that, but they're reminding me of the movie Aquamarine. You guys love mermaids and you know Aquamarine, but they're definitely like talking about that right now, about how listening is very important. Consider your foundation. Look at how community are to love. Oh my gosh, guys. Remember when I said someone's moving house? Look at that. There's a house. So I see that someone's creating either new foundations or building off of the foundations they just started off on, or they're currently still building on top of it and kind of revamping it, etc. So Spirit is saying that, like I said, this ties into the death energy of how the tower moment's like coming in. And also we were getting the house charm previously within other videos as well. So, and also you see the moon cycle right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then also I'm seeing the owl spirit coming out right now. And then I also see two foxes, and then okay, the Fae is also heavily involved. So if you're connecting with the Fae, like wings and such, and fun fact, if you feel like you're missing some things within your household, or you feel like you swore to your essence that you literally had a certain object, like say for instance, like these little sneaky people can take your jewelry. So say I had an earring, right, for one, and then one thing that Fae can do, they can be very tricksters, right, but in a lighthearted way. It just depends on your perspective, right? But trickster spirits also, they're interesting. I like trickster spirits. I don't think they're bad or anything, but taking little things, right, and misplacing them in a different area. So if you feel like you're missing your keys, again with the key synchronicity, my goodness. If you feel like you're missing your keys and just like you swore you put it down somewhere and you can't find them anymore, chances are the Fae's over here messing with you and kind of like moving things around. Or it could be you just being very forgetful and not being in the present moment as much, because Spirit is saying when you're not in the present moment, you're typically susceptible to fall over, right? Because you're just too much in the past, you're too much in the future, like you're not presently involved. So right now, that notion, that foundation is being knocked over, as well as like old set mindsets, old belief systems, etc. Just old things that just need to fall away and just to be destroyed. So it's kind of like the indigo children right now. I'm feeling indigo children, like the blue right now. I'm feeling, especially with the third eye, like this kind of ties into the third eye awakening as well. Like people realizing that the foundations they built is very faulty and it needs to go in order to put something new on. So it's like it's the hurt of letting go, right? I explained why humans are like that as far as mourning processes wise, but I'm seeing the indigo children, the ones that cause havoc or destruction, are the ones that are coming in. Those souls are actually creating new foundations for the crystal children to come in and start rebuilding, as well as the rainbow children. So if you're connecting with rainbows as well, I'm seeing that like rainbow children are being also born into this world because they are the new generation, they say, right? Because I feel like it doesn't matter what generation you're in, it just depends on the soul, etc. Inside the vessel. It doesn't matter the actual vessel, but I'm just seeing indigo children coming in, knocking shit out. And the thing is, indigo children have a very misconception thing to them because they're about destruction. And I talked about destruction and how important that is. They can be misunderstood, etc. But you know, they're just as needed, right? And you'll see why over time, because time will tell. Even though time is illusion, but over time, you'll start to learn that like it's needed in order to have destruction to a degree, right? Because even Mother Nature herself destroys in order to rebuild. So it's a process. It's like that death eagle process. Number 29, forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Oh my goodness. And this also reduces to 11, and you see the flame right there. You guys are definitely connecting with the chakra. Also, I'm seeing the rainbow, like I just said. And also, I see right here, someone is playing the violin. So you guys are connecting with music. So Divine Mouse and Divine Feminine, you guys are possibly, I did mention that if you guys are interested, I have a Twin Flame channeled playlist that's listed below where you guys can listen to channeled messages amongst each other, right? If you're willing to tune in and listen, right? So I see that the stairs means that the ascension journey, the ascension process, as well as the Kundalini awakening right now that you both are going through immensely right now, okay? And I also see that this represents like melting. That kind of reminds me of the melting of the heart in a way. Someone was a little bit more colder in the past, possibly, because it says past disappointments. Okay, so this also means that they're melting and they're becoming a lot more colorful as well. Also, Archangel Sapphonel? No. Is it Sapphonel? Hold on. Oh. There's an Archangel coming through right now. And I want to get your name right. Archangel Sandalphon. And okay. People get Archangel Sandalphon, I hope I'm saying that right, mixed up with Archangel Metatron. They are not the same. However, Archangel Sandalphon, they say that he or she represents, because mind you, there's no gender with angels. They can be masculine or feminine, but predominantly Sandalphon is feminine qualities, the feminine energy within us. And also he represents the rainbow, the many colors that we see within life. And I also talked about the importance of colors and not seeing, just to see past the black and white and to see past the gray area, right? Because the more further you get up in the dimensions, the more vivid colors do get, right? So like when you're in the 5D, there are certain colors that we can't process here in the 3D that we have not seen whatsoever, that we don't even know exist, that exists in the 5D. So does that make sense? So like, I think like there's a lot of archangels coming in and coming through in order to lend a helping hand to help guide you guys through this journey, okay? So you guys are not alone, definitely. And the fact that it is so cool that Archangel Sandalphon just came in through here. And I was just, oh, it's 111. Guys, it's 111. And I wrote down these are my synchronicity lists. Also, if you're connecting with harps, again, with the instrument, harp music, also represents angelic beings being surrounding your space. So 111 also represents new beginnings on the horizon, as well as, you know, expect, I always say 111 cheers to new beginnings is what is what I like to say. But yeah, okay. And it's so funny because there was a baby crow feather that was blessed with in our front yard today, so that was also ties into the angelic beings as well. Also the gaining of someone's wings, so that's really great. Okay, I'm gonna scream because I did not even look at these. I like to turn them over. But like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Oh my goodness, guys. And if you guys are seeing the numbers 222 or 202 or 212, that also ties into that. But it's also the need for balance of the masculine and feminine qualities. But I just said someone is gaining the wings. If you guys are saying butterflies or any type of like things with wings, right? It could be dragonflies, it could be crows, it could be eagles, it could be hawks, it could be swans, it could be peacocks, it can be they're saying blue jays. Ooh, stellar jays. Ooh. So if you're connected with bluebirds, that's another thing as well, because it's representative of the throat chakra and communication. But oh my gosh, you guys are gaining your wings, and you see the process of transformation. You guys started off as this small seed, and then now you're growing and blooming into this beautiful being, and you guys are coming into your power. I see that. I see both masculine and feminine. You guys are integrating yourselves. Also, that goes into the last reading, integration. But oh my gosh, so if you guys are connecting with butterflies a lot, that also represents the ego, death, and also the transformation and Scorpio-like energy that we are feeling right now amongst one another, okay? So that is beautiful energy, okay? And I can't believe that panned out right there. You know, I don't even know how Spirit does that. Anywho, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some love messages. In fact, actually, no. Before I do that, I'm gonna roll the dice, right? Because remember, I haven't really used this dice as much. But as I said, I will roll these dice to see what numerology to look out for and to be on the lookout for like from now on until possibly past the full moon point. Okay, so let's see what numerology and angel numbers we should look out for regarding presently with this reading for this collective. Ooh, number 6. So 5 and 6. So 5 also represents conflict that comes with change, okay? It could be a life path number as well. But it also means like, yes, we are feeling this conflict like energy, this chaos like energy, but it is needed. That destruction process, like I said, especially if you're a life path number 5 like me, etc. But like the thing is like it's kind of ties into the indigo children, like kind of getting rid of those old foundations for new ones to be brought back in. So I love that this is coming out as well. So if you're paying attention, because you see how this is number 50 and this is number 5, so 555, 505, 515, look out for those, as well as 1. We just seen 111, so that's great. And so this also is new beginnings on the horizon, also starting from a new beginning point, right? So it's like a do-over, a start over in a way. In a great way, not in an unhealthy way. Okay, and then to equal it out, 6 is together is also a masculine number. We begin a lot of masculine energy throughout this reading, a lot of it. So 6 also represents reconciliation as well, possible reconciliation if that is what you want within your path. But also 6 represents people, places, and things coming back from the past. Okay, and this ties into Mercury retrograde shadow week. We are in Mercury retrograde shadow week, which is why I'm having communication issues as well. But also this ties into the fact that old mindsets, old beliefs, old things that you possibly like, you know, old addictions and stuff like that that you thought you already healed within yourself, it's going to come back to the surface in order to be readdressed, to really see if you actually did the work and you healed yourself, right? Also, it comes to the point where Six, like I said, kind of ties into that Six of Cups energy in a way. So it's kind of reconciling with the past. So if you are not wanting to be stuck in the past, you are reconciling with it and making amends with it, and kind of like accepting for what already happened and what already transpired, etc. So you're kind of coming to terms with that, right? Because there's certain stages with this, you know. There's like denial, then there's actual like taking accountability, like spirit saying accountability for one's actions as well. And you know, six also represents like this Cancer like energy, and it's funny because Mercury retrograde is going to be in the sign of Cancer, so it is a water like sign. So again, with the water energy, a lot of emotions, etc. And Cancer also represents the mother, the divine feminine energy, so that's very important as well. So yeah, so it's just, there's going to be balance restored, is what Spirit is saying, and justice. So that's great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this love thing. I'm going to go ahead and actually, no, I'm going to leave this out here because, okay. Divine masculine, divine feminine, messages for divine masculine, divine feminine, messages for divine masculine, divine feminine. I don't think I'm going to do sexual energy today. I'll probably do that within another video actually, for my freak weeks. Oops, that was my fault. I'm gonna go ahead and take a few more. Okay, all right, already beat me to it. I want to make sure that I didn't. Okay, so so first, this will be between divine masculine and divine feminine. Okay, I didn't make it specified or whatever, so see what makes it fit, right? Oh, the first one I pulled out is communication. Remember when I said about communication and bluebirds earlier? So yes, so expect communication, whether you guys are in communication right now and it's very spotty and you feel like it's kind of strained in a way. I always say back off. Okay, as divine feminines, little tip. Try not to be so controlling with the divine masculines, okay? I know that you mean well and you have very great intentions and you want to help and you just want to love on them and you want to heal them, but you need to also give them their space as well in order for them to actually feel comfortable enough to communicate, all right? Don't be so like overbearing. I know us, we can smother with love a lot of the times, and we don't mean badly by it. We mean well by it, okay? Not like a karmic energy. There's a lot of negative intentions with that one. But anywho, if it is spotty, don't rush the process, okay? Just like allow for things to unfold over time. Allow things like the flower to bloom over time. Don't rush the process. So as well as if you guys are not experiencing any communication, you guys are not in communication as well as physical separation, just letting you know that that will be on the horizon, or it's expected, to keep believing in the fact that that will come true and that will come. Communication will come through, especially with this ring energy, okay? Because they are going through a massive awakening with this cross right here. I would love to court you. Oh, remember when I said with the cross, how that represents going to court and getting married? So that is like old school style too. Like, oh my gosh. That reminds me of Edward from Bella, like from Twilight, when he said to Bella, like back in my day, because he's over hundreds of years old, right? He said, back in my day, it's not really called dating, I would court you. Meaning that he would bide you for your attention. Literally show you their feelings. Communicate with you that they're feeling this way. As well as a date. So I feel like wants to lavish you with gifts. He wants to take you out to certain areas and places that, you know, is important to him. He wants to feed you, etc. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's he or she. It's not actually gender, but I am feeling masculine energy, like more like a male energy that's coming through here as far as male spirit, but it can also apply to both genders. So if you are dealing with a female or feminine, like not feminine, female divine masculine, this will also apply as well. So just want to make that clear. I take full accountability for my actions. Ooh. So that's really nice to know that, you know, this also goes for both counterparts, because mind you, like I said, I was just saying taking accountability for your actions earlier, so I hope you guys were paying attention. I see that you guys are owning up to your past mistakes. Okay, now those mistakes were just lessons. Now don't be so hard on yourself. It's like I said, Spirit saying it's important to forgive, right? To forgive past disappointment. So I see that if the divine masculine energy or divine feminine energy, you guys mirror one another. So the same amount of pain that you gave to one another is the same amount of pain that's coming back on you. So it's just more so if you fucked up and you feel like you did, and you know you did, it's all about taking that accountability, right? Like, say for instance, if the divine masculine energy chose the karmic energy over the divine feminine, so they're definitely feeling it, and they're noticing that it wasn't greener on the other side. It really wasn't. So but they are taking full accountability of their actions and also making a change, as well as divine feminine, you are taking accountability for your actions, as well as taking your power back, etc., and focusing on loving you, and all of that. So it's a process. Okay, you are my dream girl or boy. That is so cute. So again, you guys are meeting in the dream state. I love that. I did talk about that with this card. You guys are meeting in the dream state. Also, that you're everything that, you know, your divine masculine, divine feminine can ever imagine. So you guys are made for one another. Obviously, you guys were made together. I'm working on making this into reality. I love that. So again, like I stated earlier, someone's manifesting, or yeah, someone's manifesting. I feel like it's more of the divine masculine energy, like I said earlier, manifesting, working on like creating this into a reality rather than just having this in a spiritual form in a way. So if you guys are only having a connection within the spiritual realm, they're trying to make this into a 3D reality, okay? I'm trying to protect you. Oh my goodness. And this is, okay, divine masculine, like definitely this ties into their energy as well. Like sometimes they do things in a way where they, in their mind, they think that they're protecting the divine feminine. But in divine feminine's mind, it feels very cruel and cold in a certain way. So it's just miscommunication as well. Also that ties into the communication factor. But also, it could be like someone trying to protect you from karmic energy, as well as divine feminine. It's also saying divine masculine, that they're also trying to protect the divine masculine by trying to stay true to themselves, trying to stay on a higher vibration in a way, trying to like focus more on them and making sure that they stay on their journey in a way, and kind of focusing on healing themselves. So that's kind of like, in a way, you're protecting one another. You guys are like, in your mind, you guys are protecting one another, but you guys are not, I don't know if this collective is typically voicing that out or communicating that. I feel like it's a mutual connection that you guys already know, like spiritually, but I don't think it has been communicated just yet. So, ooh, a soulmate. So this is a high level soulmate. If you guys were wondering, this is a confirmation right here that this is a soulmate like connection, okay? It's like you put a spell on me. Remember, divine feminines, you guys don't put the spell on divine masculines. You guys are the spell. So anytime a divine masculine asks you, have you put a spell on me? They're always thinking that just because you're spiritual or whatever and you get mad, that they think you automatically go into witchcraft, etc., or magic. But we all know that that's karmic like energy when they're doing black magic like spells and stuff, and which I do not condone, or to like fuck with anybody's free will. That is not okay. All right. But what I'm saying is like, it's a joke. It's kind of like that Nina Simone, I put a spell on you because you're mine. You know, that type of thing. So the chemistry is out of this world. Yes, it is. The chemistry, yeah, you guys are like two peas in a pod. It's like magnets together in a way. So the chemistry is like passionate. It's very like, oof. It could be very like kind of too much sometimes, the chemistry, which is why typically we get that runner and chaser face, because sometimes when you're not used to that such a magnitude of energy, especially when you meet your counterpart, like that can be very overwhelming, especially if you are not ready to handle that type of level of commitment or that level of soulmate, you know, because it's the real deal. Okay, so sometimes it can be quite intimidating in a way, but also recognizing that you deserve love and that, you know, to cherish this love. So the chemistry is out of this world. You guys are like made for one another in a way. I'm writing songs and poems about you. Ooh, I love that we're ending this off right here. This is lovely. So this right here is letting me know that you guys are literally writing about each other. You guys are making creative projects about one another, and you guys are kind of using each other as a muse. I see that this is like, like someone is saying, you're my muse. And I feel like divine masculine is saying divine feminine right now, especially if you have a divine masculine who is tied into music or likes writing music or likes listening to music or just has a passion for it, etc. Right now they are writing songs and poems about you, and who knows, they could possibly share this with in the future, or they're sharing with you right now, okay? But paying attention to those lyrics, paying attention to that channeled music that's coming towards you as well is very important. Like, be able to be open and listen to the messages that are coming through, etc. So also, like, I see divine feminines, if you guys are into poetry, etc. I'm picking this up, like a lot of divine feminines who write poetry within their journals or book, or people who are journaling. I see you guys, like, I see, like, it's kind of that cute notion back then when girls used to write Mrs. and then they write the last name of their crush's last name, and they're like trying to figure out if their last name sounds nice or it's like a nice ring to it. A nice ring to it. And it's so funny how I said writing your last name out in a journal, because this ties into the marriage energy I was talking about, like going to the courthouse and getting married. So they're just, I don't know which divine feminine I'm calling out, but they definitely write about you, divine masculine. But it's like that cute, like, kid-like crush type of thing. Like, I wonder what my last name would sound like with his or her last name. I wonder if that has a nice ring to it. Like, that is so cute. Anywho, much love to you guys. I'm going to end this off right here, closing out the portal for this. And thank you so much to everybody who's watched, liked, and subscribed to my channel. Like, the support and those that comment, like, I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your love and support means so much to me, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best today as well. Shout out to my Nana. Today is her birthday today, so shout out to her. May she have a beautiful, wonderful day, and I'm wishing her nothing but safe and prosperity and abundance and just unconditional love surrounding her essence as well as everybody else, okay? So, that was a lovely reading. That was so cute, okay? But still, see you guys in my next video. Peace to you.